or BTL. Really, what is happening today is really about an integrated communication mix. It's not above the line or below the line, it's through the line. And so brands which get this mix together, which is how do you communicate that one central idea across in a way that is relevant, interesting, and engaging for consumers. That's really what makes brands relevant. So, what medium it is on is actually not so relevant anymore, because in a certain set of consumers, and India is a vast country, right? So in a certain set of evolved consumers, really, they are controlling what message actually reaches them. So to break through and connect with them, really, it's all about creating relevance and creating a relevant brand message. And I think that's the most important thing going forward. So, the thing is that this is basically what our long-term strategy in the market is. So Dentsu is looking at the Indian market in a way that it wants to build its skill and capability to offer integrated communication solutions to clients. And so the thing is that we've actually brought in Taproot, which is India's most creative agency. We brought in Web Chutney, which is India's #1 digital agency. So the idea is that we bring in the best of capabilities into a network. And the belief that we have, unlike other major Western networks, really, what we create is a collaborative network, a network without friction, a network that is liquid in form and arranges itself around a client or a brand's needs. So that's the most important thing. And with that philosophy, actually, we've brought in the best capabilities so that we can arrange these capabilities around client and brand needs in any which form that we want. So, when I joined, almost about 70% of our clients were Japanese, and we had 30% Indian clients. In 2013, when we closed the year, almost 70% of our clients will be Indian clients, and 30% of our clients will be the Japanese clients. So that's a big change that we brought about in the client mix that we have in India. A lot is through organic growth and as well as through acquisition. So that's the whole strategy. I believe even for us, really, it is not about a Japanese client or an Indian client. It's a client and a brand that we want to serve and create. So the whole thing is that we are looking at the best capabilities, because even Japanese clients are not saying that we want to work with Dentsu because it's a Japanese advertising agency. They want to work with Dentsu because it is a certain value, a certain promise, and a certain quality that it delivers in the market. The future of communication is really about harnessing, this whole thing about creating word of mouth. How do you create consumers, who will be champions of your brand? And I think that's really increasingly a trend that we are seeing, because imagine each consumer of yours as a little, television tower almost, broadcasting messages about your brand to the world. Now, the challenge there is really about how do you get them to do that? Because, if your message is not relevant to them, it's not engaging and not interestingly brought forward, they're going to shut you out. And the thing is, once you penetrate that, once you create that engagement and that interest and that relevance, they actually then take the brand forward. And the word of mouth really is becoming a powerful medium in today's connected world, and that's really the future. And that'll be interesting to see how this new medium almost evolves going forward. It's not really a new medium, but it's always been there, but suddenly it's become increasingly important.